You can't just do it once or twice. It'll never work that way. Only for a few, that I've seen do something once, twice, they just clicks. It just clicks. And for those people, I applaud to them because at the end of the day, you deserve it. And that's part of growth. It's when, you give it a chance, you give it a try, and ultimately becomes what you want. And I want to even bring back, like, in terms of going to the gym, right? And you know how people always say, it's the first thing you should be doing. And I agree, right? I agree because it just builds just a little level of discipline that you can carry on to absolutely everything else that you do. But the thing is, you can't do it once or twice and expect magical results. And one of the biggest things I always tell people, especially, people my age or younger, it's the reason why we say the gym is the first is because of the foundation that it sets. You can basically apply it to everything, even business, life, even like maybe raising your children. And here's why. And you can, give me your opinion based on this as well too. When you go to the gym, right, you build up your character, you build up your tenacity, you build up your consistency, you build up your confidence. Because every time you go in there, every time you show up, there's a layer that you're building. It's like an onion. Instead of unraveling those onions, you're forming more onions, right? Creating more layers, creating more of a foundation. And you can't do that in just one try. And that's the thing when in terms of, let's say you're struggling with binge eating. You gotta keep trying. You're gonna fuck up. You know what's funny? 6 years I've been training. I still find times where I binge eat. And I'm at my biggest, I'm at my leanest, I'm at my most athletic, and I feel better than ever, but I still fucking binge eat. If somebody tells you out there that they don't do that at least once or twice a month, they're fucking lying to you. And that's why for me, I prefer to do bodybuilding shows at least once a year. So therefore I have 16 weeks where I just dial in and get shredded. And I maintain that physique for like 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. And from there on, I never lose myself to the point where I get overweight, but I just gain a lot of more size, a little bit more fat around like the 19th percentile. And I just maintain it for the rest of the year. But there will still be times where I overeat. I'm fucking human, bro. Like, what do you expect? And that's why I always tell people, it's not about perfection. It's not about perfection at all. Look how beautiful this is, man. Oh, I'm home right now for a few days. Well, miss this view a little bit, I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, man, it's not about perfection. It's about continuously trying. And again, just having that discipline for me to do a show just built my character because I'm like, I have to do it this year, so I have to do it this time so I can get as lean as possible so I don't gain too much fat, right? And that's just something I do. And for you, it could be a different challenge. It could be a triathlon. It could be a Spartan race. But at least put certain challenges in front of you, right? So therefore, you can develop that character as you go. Because if you keep doing the same things over and over again, then it just becomes repetitive. But if you add challenges along the way, and that's when you can like change your training, change your mindset about it, and the way you align it, but most importantly, you lean towards it. And again, that's with everything. You have to realize that as you elevate, as you do more, as you grow more, challenges are what pushes you. Like when I'm not being challenged, I kind of feel lazy. I'm not even joking. When I'm not being pushed to do something hard, I kind of feel like there's no purpose, And I'll give you an example. I remember around 2022, 2023, I was on this team and we were crushing it, bro. And the purpose that I felt being in that team was like no other, because I was playing a major role, and playing that role every morning I would wake up 7, routine, 9, work, all the way to like 9, 8, 7 p.m. Whatever it had to be done. Now I'll go to the gym, come back, hang out with my girl at night, do it again. And do it again. But I felt that purpose, I felt that drive to continuously just keep showing up and keep improving. And yeah, I'm telling you, having challenges and using the gym as like that foundation to lean towards them, that's what it's about. That is what it's about, man. Everything you want is possible. Just apply the same foundations. Try first, learn your form, and that could be learning more about what you actually have to put in place for your business, learning more about what you have to put in place for a certain challenge or, certain project you're working on. Develop those skills, the little basics of just, knowing what to do, pacing yourself, how to actually slow it down, time and attention, and then applying that to your business where, you're handling your balances, your reports, you're handling how, your mindset drives the business, because at the end of the day, if you're emotional about it, sometimes you could lose yourself towards that emotion, and being able to control it, just like in the gym, where you're under pressure of 225 and it's rep 12, and you're like, fuck, I got one more. Fuck it. And that 13th rep is fucking brutal, but you do it anyways because you're like, I got this shit. And it's the same thing in your business. Knowing when, let's say, shit's hot, and you're like, fuck, what do I do? And you're like, you know what? Calm down. We got this shit. Being able to drive that mindset forward. So yeah, it applies in everything, man. I'm telling you. So yeah, that's why people say start there first, and I agree. It doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be crazy. Here's the thing. It doesn't have to be the gym itself. It could be cycling. It could be cycling. It could be jogging. It could be running. Whatever you enjoy, man. That's one thing I hate as people do on social media. It's like, it has to be the gym. It has to be the gym. Motherfucker, first for me, it was sports. It was soccer. It was basketball. Those were the things that drove me. And over time, just took that drive and applied it into something else. That's one thing you have to do. Because a few days ago, I saw this meme says, playing sports is stupid. Because if you're not going to go pro, why the fuck are you doing it? And I literally was like, what the fuck? Why would you, you can't apply that to just life and say stupid. Because what I learned in sports was discipline, showing up, waking up at fucking 5 a.m., just like right now. And being able to say, I'm going to go to practice, even though I know my coach is going to kick my ass today because we fucked up yesterday. You know what I mean? And taking that, you can apply it in everything. And to say you can't use it in life, I think it's fucked up. And I think that's a meme that should be deleted off the web. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, man. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Crush it today. For me right now, it's 5 a.m. Monday morning. I'm about to go home, write down the numbers, see where we're at, and then we go and crush it. Because time to dominate. I hope you do too. Peace.